So if we just put that in there like that, press it on, and there we go. And these obviously need it as well. Right, they're all in place. Alright, so this review is for the KATSU nail gun. You're going to see the features and benefits of it as we run through those. You'll also see it in operation. You'll see the brads being used and the staples being used. Right, let's take a look at it. Right, let's just go through everything very quickly. If I open it up, so there's your release catch there. At the moment, you can see the brads through that there. If you can imagine it, as it was to empty, what's going to happen is this is going to show. So you're going to see that you've got some in, but as you get lower and lower, that's going to show that it's actually empty and needs refilling. If we pull that back and take those out, I'll show you how to refill both of them. So with the staples, they go up at the top, just push them in, and then that just pushes home like that. Release that, take those out, and with nails or brads, they go down to the bottom there, and again it just pushes home, and that's that. You've got all the sizes that you can actually use in it there, and I've removed the nails so you can see that it's empty there, but you've also got the illumination there to show that it's empty. All right, if we have a closer look here, you've got your single firing, which is over to the right hand side. Or left hand side, depending which way you're looking at it, and your contact firing there. Just a word to the wise, if you've got it switched over to contact firing, if your finger isn't already on the trigger when you touch whatever it is that you're nailing, it won't work. You'll have to lift it off, press the trigger in, and then do it. So to be honest with you, unless you're doing a lot of nailing constantly, just have it over on the single shot. It's much easier. Here you've got two LED lights, and if you press the button, you'll see that they both come on. For the LED lights, if you press the button to actually use it, it will come on, but there's another button at the back there, a light grey one. If you press that, you've no worry about it firing, and the lights will come on. On the front, that is your control for the depth that's required. So to the left hand side, that way, and you've got a picture there that shows it's not going to be deep, and on this side, switch it over and you've got a picture there that shows it going deeper. And these four bolts there, you take those out if you get a nail jam, and you get the Allen key supplied for that. Just to show you here, you've actually got another LED, and there's four settings on it. You've got one for a jam, you've got one for low battery, you've got one for it being overheated, and you've got one for no nails in it. So it's supplied with one 18-volt battery. To remove that, just press that down and pull it off. And there we go, you've seen it on the charger. And pop it back on like that, and it's locked into place. And finally, that's just a belt hook. So we've got a rubberized handle, which makes gripping it very easy because it is quite heavy. All the weight's down towards this side, which is fine when you're actually using it, in all honesty. You've got an ABS plastic construction there, so that's going to take some knocking, and a metal construction for the brads and the staples. And again, that's your switch just to press down, and that slides backwards. Here's another one that we'll repair. So quick to do. Just put it into place, and if we wanted to, you can switch it over to continuous firing. So put your finger on it and you know how difficult it is to put things on with one hand at level while you're nailing them? Well, again, get the gun, line it up, make sure it's lined up. Perfect. nicely finished off. Right, now with this I've changed over to the nails because I don't want to see the staple head there. And what we've got is a number of these that are completely they're either off or they're loose, so we need to just secure those now. So let's make sure that they're level. Now what I have done is I've reduced the pressure on the nail there so that it doesn't basically shoot through this. Perfect. Alright, so we've got those now. And that is how easy this is to use. Right, now I can show you on this because it's an old piece of furniture, so it doesn't matter too much. Now you can see that the head is flush with the wood there. I've turned again, I've turned the torque up on that. I've turned the pressure up on the head, and if I do it again, if you can see there, the bit that actually pushes the nail out or the brad out has actually gone into the timber. So if you were doing anything fine, you'd actually mark the wood, which you don't want to do. So always be careful of that. Just take it back again. Back a bit more. Almost there. See, what you really need to be doing is testing it on something first, right? And that wouldn't damage it, that. And basically what comes in the box is you've got your charger, you've got the nail gun itself there. That is the Allen key to take off the faceplate if you get any jams. And obviously the battery. I'm going to get a spare one of these just as a backup so that I'm not caught halfway through a job. 2 rows of brads and 2 rows of staples. You need to get some more of those. Nice and simple for charging. You've got your jack plug that just goes into that there. And once it's in, just plug it in. You've got your red LED which changes to green once it's all been charged. Some quick specs on it. The magazine will hold up to 100 nails or staples. Got a charging time of around 1.5 hours, hence the need for an extra battery. You can fire 60 nails or staples per minute, so roughly 1 a second. And for a full charge you should get circa 400 shots out of it. It seems like it's a generic model with a few different brand names, and to say it's exactly the same model, there's a big difference in prices. So you've got this one that we're looking at now that cost me £130. There's a model called XL, again exactly the same. I've just found that on eBay for 120. And there's another one called Von House, exactly the same, that's for 180. So just have a search around before you actually buy it. Right then, so in summary, I've paid peanuts for this, for what it does and for how it helps you when you're doing a job. You only need one hand, the other one's free, no messing around, no banging your thumb or anything like that. You've seen it with the staples on the thin panels. They're not going to come off, which happens when I use small brads. You've seen the brads when I've been repairing the seat, that worked fantastic. They're hidden, nobody can see them, that's good. Primarily, I've bought this just to make my life easier, and as I said, for what I've paid, really, really worth it. Going to get a second battery, again, so I'm not caught halfway through a job, but plenty of adjustment on it. When you open it up, different size brads, different size staples, they're all listed there. For me, it's a winner. and it's a good value winner as well.